Hey guys, this is Chandra, and I was asked to do a tutorial on a mini album that I made a couple years ago. It's called Smile. I'll put a link in the description bar. So I'm going to show you how I did the base page and then 3 pages, and then I just doubled it. So I did the design twice on 2 different pages, okay? So I'll go through the cardstock that you're going to need, as I always do. You'll need a piece that measures 8 by 6. One that measures 8 by 7, one that measures 9 by 3.5, 5 by 6, 2 of those, 6 by 5, 8 by 4, 8.5 by 6, 7 by 4.5, 8 by 6.5, 9 by 3.5, and 8 by 5. So the first 2 pages, I'm going to get out my scoreboard. They're first, and we're going to score everything first, okay? So you're not going to do anything at all with the sheet that measures 8 by 6. Okay, so we're going to put that aside. So the sheet that measures 8 by 7, you're going to stick it in the scoreboard so that the 7 inches at the top, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch and then at 6.5. The next piece is the 9 by 3.5, and there's actually 2 of these in here. So you're going to stick it in so that the 9-inch side is at the top, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch and then at 8.5, and you're going to rotate it so that the 3.5-inch side is at the top, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch. You're going to do that to both pieces. So again, the 9-inch side is at the top, and we're scoring at 1/2 inch and 8.5. We're going to rotate it so the 3.5-inch side is at the top and score at 1/2 inch. The 5 by 6 piece, we're going to stick it in the scoreboard so that the 5-inch side is at the top, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch. You're going to do that twice. So again, the 6 by 5 piece, we're going to stick it in so that the 5-inch side is at the top, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch. Then we have the 8 by 4. So you're going to stick it in so that the 4-inch side is at the top, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch. The piece that measures 8.5 by 6 on the 8.5-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. The 7 by 4.5 on the 7-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, and at 6.5, rotate it so that the 4.5-inch side is at the top, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch. The 8 by 6.5, you're going to stick it in so that the 6.5-inch side is at the top, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch. And the last piece is the 8 by 5. On the 8-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to fold on all my score marks. That's scrap. That's scrap. So I'm going to fold on all my score marks, and then I'm going to apply tape on each of those 1/2 inch score marks that we end up creating. So once you fold on all of your score marks, you'll end up with a little 1/2 inch flap like this. Fold and put your tape on there. When you have pockets like this one, you're going to fold all 3 up. So now I'm going to unfold it. You're going to stick score tape on all 3 of those 1/2 inch flaps. And then what you're going to do is cut out this square that's formed from the score marks here. And I'm going to come out about quarter of an inch on the left side of the score mark, and I'm going to cut at an angle towards the point, and I'm going to cut this out like that. I'm going to do that on both sides where the score marks intersect. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do to the pockets. Okay, what I forgot to tell you to do while you're doing all these is to miter your corners on all your flaps. So anything that's a flap, you're going to want to miter your corners and just cut at an angle like that. Okay. Okay, So the first pieces that we're going to be building, these are the base pages. It's the piece that measures 8 by 7, and you're going to need the piece that measures 8 by 6. Now you're going to want to make 6 of these because these are the pages, okay? So we have the flaps. We're taking off the tape backing. I'm just going to rotate it so that I can see better myself. And I'm just going to stick this on, and I'm lining up the corner, and I'm lining up the folded side here where the flap is. I'm lining it up on the side here, and now I'm just pressing it. And this is going to create our base pages, okay? So now we get to build the pages the way we want. And I already have 3 done because there's 6 pages in this mini album. So here's the base page, and let's see. The first one I'm going to make, and my spine is going to be on the left-hand side. Okay, so I have this page that measures 8 by 5, and so I'm taking off the tape, backing off that flap we made, and I'm lining the folded edge of this right on the right side of the page, because this is the open side, this is the spine side, so that we have this flap that looks like this, okay? Now we're flipping it over, and so now this right side is where the spine is going to be, because when you flip the page, the spine is going to be right here, okay? So this page design has a flap and a pocket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 8 by 6.5 piece, take off the tape backing, I'm going to fold it down, so now this becomes the folded edge. So I'm going to line this folded edge up with the folded edge of the paper. And does it look blurry? I don't have the focus on. So again, I'm lining up this folded edge with the folded edge of the top, but also making sure that this side here is straight. I'm just going to burnish it down. Now I'm going to flip it open. I'm going to grab one of those long pockets that we made, the 9 by 3.5. So we have 3 score lines on that, 2 short and 1 long, and this is going to create the pocket. So I'm going to fold the 2 short in, and I'm folding the long side up. And I'm just going to line this folded edge of this pocket up with the folded edge of the page down here. And I'm starting in the corner, pushing it down a little bit, and now I'm going to line the side up, and I'm going to line the bottom up and the other side. And now I'm just going to burnish it down. And so that is 1 page. So now I have 2 pages like that. All right, so another page. And this was actually the first page in my album. So again, this is the left side here is going to be the spine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 8.5 by 6 inch piece, taking off the tape backing, and I'm going to line this up to the right side of the page here. So the folded edge is going on the right side of the page. Just going to burnish it down. Now we have the 7 by 4.5. That's a pocket, so it's scored on 3 sides. I'm taking off the tape backing. I'm going to fold my 2 sides in and the bottom up, and I'm going to line this folded edge of the pocket up with this cut edge of this flap that we just attached on there. And again, I'm lining up the side and the corner, following it down, and putting it on there. So now when you open that up, that's how it looks. So now when you flip it over, this side right here now becomes the binding. And this just has a little flap on the back. So this is the 8 by 4 inch piece. I'm going to fold. I'm going to line up this folded edge with the folded edge of the page. And that is that page. Now the last page, so this side right here is the binding edge, and we need our pocket. Oh, actually, we need the flap first. So the 6 by 5, we're going to fold it down, and we're lining the folded edge up with the right side of the page. We're going to open this up, and we're going to place our last pocket there, which is the 9 by 3.5. We'll fold the 2 sides down and the bottom up, and I'm going to line up the corner of the pocket with the corner of the page. Make sure the sides lined up, the bottom's lined up. I'm going to push down. Now I'm just going to burnish it down. Now what I have to do is I have to close this flat back up, line it up against the bottom, and then burnish again so that it makes room for that pocket to be in there. Okay, so now I'm flipping the page over, and now this is the binding edge. So I'm taking the last flap, which is 5 by 6. I need to make sure that's right. So I put my hand here, and that's the hinge. You know what I mean? You flip it over. So I want to make sure that I put this flap on the left side of the page. And that's it. Now you decorate. Actually, I attach it to the spine first and make the covers and stuff. So that is that page. So again, you're going to want to make 2 of each of those pages, whatever hinge system that you want to use and binding that you want to use. And that's the Smile album. So I hope you guys like it and have a great night, guys. Bye.